You are watching tomorrow's classrooms today, where language learning is brought to life. In this engaging tutorial, we delve into the fascinating world of homophones, homonyms, and homographs, three commonly confused yet richly nuanced word types in the English language. This session is perfect for teachers planning rigorous and creative lessons and for students aiming to sharpen their vocabulary, contextual understanding, and writing precision. This lesson aligns with the Bloom's taxonomy. Every task we explore will follow this structured progression from basic recall to creative application. By the end of this lesson, we will be able to understand, differentiate, and effectively use homophones, homonyms, and homographs in varied contexts for clear and creative communication. Let's use this matrix to distinguish homophones, homonyms, and homographs and recall their definitions. Let's use the words right and right to recall the definition of homophones. These two words sound the same when pronounced, but they mean different things. One right refers to correctness, the other right to the act of penning. And they are spelt differently. Etymologically, the prefix homo means same and the root phone means sound. Therefore, words that sound the same but mean different and spelt differently are called homophones. Now let's use the words rose and rose to recall the definitions of homonyms. These two words sound the same when pronounced, but they mean different things. One refers to a flower, the other to waking up. And spelt the same. Etymologically, the prefix homo means same and the root nym means name. Therefore, words that are pronounced and spelt the same but mean different are called homonyms. Now let's use the words live and live to recall the definitions of homographs. These two words sound different when pronounced, but they mean different things. When pronounced as live means to reside, and when pronounced as live means happening in real time. They are also spelt the same. Etymologically, the prefix homo means same and the root graph means to write. Therefore, words that are spelt the same but sound and mean different are called homographs. Homophones sound the same but differ in meaning and spelling. Homonyms are spelt and pronounced the same but have different meanings. Homographs share spellings but differ in sound and meaning. What's common among the three is that they all involve words with multiple meanings. Let's begin with word relationship recognition. Match each word pair to the correct category before we reveal the answers. First pair of words are homophones, second homographs, third homonyms. Let's begin the image recognition. Identify the correct category of each word pair before we reveal the answers. The first set of words are homophones, which sound the same but are spelt differently. One sale means smooth movement and the other sale means buying or discounts. The second set of words are homographs, which are spelt the same but sound different. When pronounced as bow means decorative ribbon, and when pronounced as bow means bend to show respect. The third set of words are homonyms, which are pronounced and spelt the same. One means a flying mammal and the other means an object used to play cricket. Visuals help clarify meaning. Let's look at these familiar images and determine which more relationship they represent. For the homophones, first male letters, second, male, a boy. For the homographs, first, tear, drop from the eye, second, tear, a rip. For the homonyms, first, bark, the outer layer of a tree, second, bark, dog's sound. The word lead is a great example of how pronunciation and meaning vary. In the given sentences, analyze the words lead and led for meaning, word class, sound same and different, and word type, homophones, homographs, and homonyms. The first set of words are homophones, which sound the same but are spelt differently. Lead, that's a noun, means metal. Led, that is a verb, means induce. The second set of words are homographs, which are spelt the same but sound different. Lead, that's a noun, which means metal. Lead, that is a verb, means direct. The third set of words are homonyms, which are pronounced and spelt the same. Lead, that is an adjective, means main. Lead, that is a verb, means guide. Using appropriate homophones to match the context. For the first set of sentences, sight and sees. For the second set of sentences, counsel, which means assembly, and counsel, which means advise. For the third set of sentences, cue, which means signal, and cue, which means line. Let's find out how stress and pronunciation signal meaning shifts in homographs. For the first set of sentences, wind as air and wind as turn. For the second set of sentences, minute as time and minute as tiny. For the third set of sentences, contract as agreement and contract as shrink. Homonyms test not just vocabulary but our logic. The same word can behave quite differently depending on usage. For the first set of sentences, match as fire stick and match as identical. For the second set of sentences, block as obstruct and block as building. For the third set of sentences, bail as security deposit and bail as to remove. Homophones challenge us to listen closely and think about context. Catching misused words sharpens our attention to detail. In sentence 1, drew meaning sketched is used instead of drew meaning operated. Again, heard meaning listened instead of heard meaning flock. In sentence 2, to meaning also is used instead of to meaning toward. Again, sour meaning tangy instead of sour meaning painful. In sentence 3, went meaning exhaust is used instead of went meaning departed. Again, night meaning soldier instead of night meaning bedtime. In sentence 4, desert meaning barren land is used instead of desert meaning pudding. Again, coarse meaning rough instead of coarse meaning dish. Creating sentences pushes learners to think about sound and context, a powerful combination for retention. Check your responses against the answer key for homophones, for homographs, and for homonyms. Identifying word categories based on context. Words in the first set of sentences are homophones, second homographs, third homonyms. Evaluate the use of homophones, homonyms, and homographs in advertisements. The excellent use of homophones, sole, which means shoe, versus sole of a person in the shoe ad makes the brand appear caring and purposeful. The literal and metaphorical use of homonyms, bank, which is used for money, versus bank, which means rely on, in the banking ad supports the brand's core values. Dynamic use of homographs, wind, which means breath, versus wind, wind, which is relax, in the fitness ad reflects the dual aspects of workout, extortion, and recovery. Evaluating the use of homophones in modern literature. The repetition of water underscores the irony of being surrounded by the sea, yet dying of thirst. The homophonic play between sea and sea enhances the imagery and spiritual insight amid physical desolation. Evaluating the use of homonyms in Shakespearean literature. Shakespeare uses the homonym lie to depict Othello's psychological deterioration. The repetition reflects his inner turmoil, contrasts truth and deceit, and highlights the destructive power of jealousy. Evaluating the use of homographs in modern poetry. The powerful bars music contrasts with the silent act of fishing, creating a juxtaposition of noise versus stillness. Now it's your turn. Create original dialogues, poems, or stories using homophones, homonyms, and homographs for humor, irony, or wordplay. That's it for now. Thanks for joining this journey into the world of homophones, homonyms, and homographs. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Comment below with your questions and insights. Let's keep learning together.